Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. The secret piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
Don't worry. At least my advice is things will get better. They don't last. You know? They just don't. Things always change. It just takes some time and patience. And when you're at your lowest, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear that it's either going to immediately change right now, or else you're so stuck in the dumps that you can't think of anything else but being stuck in the dumps. I know, again, I've been there. But I want to let you know, at least from my perspective and my experiences in my life, things get better. They do. So, at a time when a lot of people may be struggling, I want you to know, I got your back. I know what you're going through. And stick in it. Stick with it. Alright? Don't give up. Because life is not worth giving up on. There's a lot of good things going on. And as you can get past the low parts, right? There's nowhere to go but up. You know, I've been at a point where I hated my life. I hated who I was. I didn't think anyone cared about me. I didn't think anyone loved me. I didn't think that anything that I did on this planet mattered. I thought I was an insignificant speck that was nothing but a waste of air. That's how I felt. And now look at me. You know, years later, I'm happily married with a great family life, with a great show that I put out every day that people care about, awesome content and streams, a job that I love, a family that I can't wait to spend time with over these holidays. This is it. This is life. This is great. And it took a long time to get here, but I'm here. And I think that everyone else out there can experience this too. And I want you to experience this. So I want you to know that don't dwell on the negative. Don't dwell on those awful things that are happening right now. They're going to happen. In life, they're unavoidable, but you will bounce back. Just stick in there, all right? Know that everyone out there, you know, if they don't understand what you're going through, that's on them. Because maybe they've never been through it. Maybe their low lows are coming, and then the harsh reality is going to smack them in the face one day, and then they'll realize what you're going through, and maybe they'll feel a little bit bad about how they're treating you right now, right?
Give me money, money. Do not support disgusting, underhanded practices like that, because if you cave and you support it, all you're doing is you're allowing it to continue and to be successful, and it'll just get worse and worse if we do that.
Things will get better eventually, all right? And another thing that I would say too, and I know this is going to be really tough, try not to let what's going on right now tarnish the holiday season forever, because I know how easy it is to associate a negative with a certain date or a certain time of year, and this is a time of year when, in general, most people are feeling jolly and happy and jovial, and man, it would suck if this time of year becomes the opposite for you because something is going bad now. Know that things are not forever, things are not absolute, things can change and improve, and I wish you the best, and I hope that they do for you. Alright. And that's what I had to start the show with today because, you know, some stuff going on. And I felt like I would throw that out there. And I hope that all of you are having a happy and holiday season.
That makes me cringe.
Oh, Kat's pregnant and having a baby.
I'm having a pretty good laugh right now, all right? Admittedly. And here's why, okay? For those who don't know, I have a group of people on this internet who hate my guts because they're morons. It's not because they have valid reasons to not like me. It's because they just listen to people who like to crap on me because they get personal gain out of it, whether they make content or they do streaming, whatever it is. Being toxic on the internet is very profitable and popular today. It's also very harmful and very messed up that you would do it, but these people just decide to do it because they're incredibly greedy and immoral and scumbags, okay? It's the easy way to be popular on the internet instead of actually having to do something of worth or quality and work hard. Instead, you take the easy way out and you just crap on people, okay? So these people are upset right now. And let me tell you why they're upset. It's pretty funny, all right? I started to notice a lot of people are getting bothered by the fact that I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I'm enjoying it with my audience and we're having a good time and the playthrough is not a train wreck disaster. Yes, people are genuinely upset that I'm having a good time with this game and it's doing well.
What? What?
They don't like that. I'm getting comments on videos. I'm getting emails about it. Oh, how dare you play Baldur's Gate 3 and have a good time with your audience. So now, of course, it becomes, oh, your audience just handholds you every single possible moment, right? It's like, well, if you watch the playthrough, you'd see I've never played D&D before, of any kind. I've never played this style of game. It makes sense to have that level of engagement with the audience. That's what's making the playthrough good. You guys get to see my genuine first-time reactions to this game that I don't really understand, And I get to be immersed in lore and gameplay elements and a new atmosphere that I've never seen before. It works both directions, right? Again, if I were just sitting here playing the game for myself, I would not be enjoying it. I want you to understand that. It is this interaction that we're having that is the reason why this playthrough is so good right now. And as long as we keep that going, this playthrough will be a lengthy, enjoyable, awesome game. But if people get bored, or if I get bored and we get disengaged with the game or each other, yeah, that's when it's going to kind of fall apart. And that's happened with other game playthroughs before.
I would need guidance. I'll go ahead and I'll play it if you guys are going to tell me what to look for. There's no way I'm playing that game without a guide or whatever.
But let me tell you, seriously, right now, these people are really upset. There are, like I said, they just can't take the fact that something that I'm doing is going well. At any moment in my life, if something goes well, they hate it. When I come to my stream and I say, wow, I had a great morning, oh my god, they get really upset. As petty as that is, as weird as that is, that's how some people are on this planet. There's people who literally only live to see others suffer. And when that suffering stops, or if it's going the other way, they can't stand it. And that's what's happening right now with this playthrough. Like, some of these people are so dumb, they don't realize that, like, when they come on the playthrough and they try to, like, leave insanely negative comments about that, no one's going to see them. Right? They're that dumb. They'll come and write, like, a giant paragraph on part 1 of Baldur's Gate. This playthrough will suck because Phil will just have his hand held the entire playthrough. He's not playing the game for himself, and he's only playing it because he's making money, and it's absolutely hilarious. It couldn't be any less true. If you just watch the playthrough, you would totally see what they're saying is false, but they want to try to shit on your Wheaties. You get it? Like, that's what it is. They want to ruin a good experience that others are having. There's so many people that are sad, little, miserable balls of hate on the internet that they can't get away from themselves being like that and trying to just dump on everything. And I think a lot of people were actually anticipating that this playthrough was going to suck. They thought that I was not going to like it, I was going to suck at it, you guys were going to hate me playing it because you would think that I wasn't going to get it and that it was going to be like me beating my head against the wall and everyone just being frustrated, like, oh, but it hasn't been like that, right? Yes, I am trying to learn, and yes, it's tough. Admittedly, again, say it again, we're 12 hours in, I still feel like every time I play this game, I'm getting an education. Every time you're teaching me new things about the game I don't understand. It's very complex. There's lots of levels here to understand, of gameplay elements, of lore, and all this stuff. So it is tough. It's like I'm absorbing so much information every single time that we play Baldur's Gate 3. But because it's a successful, fun, engaged experience with the audience, that's why it's working, and that's why it's been such a great experience, right? And people can't stand that. They think, they literally want to believe that me, Phil Burnell, DSP of 2023, is the same as DSP of 2011.
I love that people try to say, oh, it's a different situation now. It's the same. It's the same thing. It happens over and over. Yes, there's variations of things that tweak and change a little bit differently for, every once in a while to make it a little different. But in general, it's the same exact pattern over and over and over that happens. It never changes. Okay? Phil never changes. He's never going to change. He's always going to be who he is. And there's no getting around that.
The guy who literally couldn't play Dark Souls, raged, walk off cliffs, got to Blight Town, and rage quit the game. They want to believe that because that pushes their toxic narrative and continues with their negative memes and shit on the internet, but it's completely false. There's nothing to justify what they're saying. But they say it anyway, and they're upset when something actually comes out as concrete evidence that what they're saying is wrong. So every moment that this playthrough exists, succeeds, is positive, and we're having a great time together with it, they're upset. Now, I can't fix that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't fix these broken people. I wish I could. I wish there was some magic word I could say to make them all feel better about life so that they would not feel miserable now because the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough is a good success right now. Like, I wish there was something I could do to make these people feel better about their own lives so they would stop caring so much about mine. But sadly, I don't know how to do that. I can't really reach out to every single one of these thousands of miserable wretches and try to make their lives each better individually. I'm not a real life Santa Claus. I can't do that. Maybe if this was some kind of a Hallmark Christmas movie, I'd have some dust and I go on my stream and all of a sudden their lives are, oh, their hearts grew 3 sizes and now they all feel better about the holiday season and they stop caring about my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. But I guess there's no way I can really do that. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, he's drinking sperm?
I just want you to understand that how appreciative I am. Because for every person out there who's positive and having fun with me every day and enjoying my content and my streams, understand that there's these weird, miserable people who are just, they're always rooting against everything, right? They want everything to go wrong. They want everything to fail. They want everything to just think about that. It's the holiday season. Christmas is in less than a week, and they're sitting on my streams and on my videos, typing out paragraphs of nasty comments no one will ever see to say, I don't like you and I hope everything fails for you. What kind of a person would do that? I mean, don't you feel bad? You would think, oh, don't you get upset? No, I don't get upset anymore. I used to. Back in the day, I would see that behavior and I'd be like, wow, I'm upset. I'm not upset anymore. I feel sad that there's so many people on this planet that have nothing going for them, that this is their existence. And I also feel sad that they get wrapped up into this toxicity and negativity, especially this time of year. People are still telling me, and again, I don't know because I don't pay attention to it, but every day people, did you know that someone's talking about you right now on their stream negatively? Did you know that someone's doing this stream and it's all toxic stuff about you and your family members and this and that? Did you hear on this podcast they didn't? No. I don't care. It's the holiday season. I'm here to make fun gameplay with you guys and be positive. Can you imagine being a toxic, negative person Christmas week? I can't. But that's these people. This is their whole life in existence. They claim it's lolcowing is milking people. You're not milking me. You're milking miserable people on the internet. You're creating more misery, a cycle of misery for personal gain. Anyone who makes that kind of content should be fucking ashamed, demonetized, and in my opinion, banned from YouTube. They shouldn't exist.
Toxic again. Toxic again. Terrible toxic e-beggar person.
That's the worst kind of content, especially for this kind of year. And these people are all focused on it. That's what I mean. Why the hell would anyone be like that this time of year? That's insanity. That's absolute nuttiness to think that that's something you should be doing Christmas week. But that's the reality of life right now on Earth, is that you have how many hundreds, if not millions, hundreds of thousands to millions of people on this planet that are just plain miserable. And no one cares about them. And they just leave them. What happens is people abuse them. People are making this kind of predatory content to hone in and sucker those people into feeling good about misery. That should never happen. You should never feel good about misery, ever in your life. That's why it's called misery, because it's supposed to make people miserable, not happy. If you think that someone being miserable makes you happy, you need to go seek some kind of mental readjustment with a professional or a counselor. You really should. You shouldn't be sitting on the internet dwelling in misery at Christmas week. That's really messed up. People sitting here, man, I just can't wait for the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough to go sour. What the hell is wrong with you? You're nuts.
Wow.
You need help. Really, you should actively stop whatever you're doing and go to see someone who can maybe help you and readjust your brain to have a better life, a productive, positive life. You shouldn't be dwelling on that stuff. And it really makes me sad to know how many people there are like this, okay? So, truth is, I'm having a great time. I cannot wait for more Baldur's Gate 3 today. I know we're going to have a great stream. I hope you guys, again, will stick around. And I certainly feel that you guys will continue to enjoy the playthrough as much as I have, I hope. And, again, as long as we keep up the level of engagement and consistent interaction and you helping me with the stuff I don't understand and giving me advice on things I should do. And, again, that doesn't mean hand-holding every moment.
I'm good at lying.
That doesn't mean, oh, this is a fight. Here's exactly how to win it in 2 turns. No. I want to figure it out for myself. But if I ask questions, hey, is this spell working how I think it works? What's a good spell to pick when I level up? Am I missing out on anything important or essential in this area? Because I swear I searched the area, but maybe I missed a little... You know what I mean? Those are just genuine questions and things to make the gameplay experience more enjoyable rather than me just guessing for myself and flubbing it and doing things wrong and missing out on stuff. I want to have a good time. I'm not going to be going back and playing Baldur's Gate 3 10 times. I'm going to play it once. So I want this one time to be a great, enjoyable experience, okay? So, thank you to those who are here, who are positive, who are having a good time. And thank you to those who are consistently supporting Baldur's Gate 3. That's very nice of you. It's a lengthy RPG. And a lot of the times when I play RPGs, they don't get a lot of support. Namely, take a look at Like a Dragon that we're playing right now. There's some nights where there's none. And that's okay because it balances out with everything else. But it's nice to know that there's enough of an audience for this game and people who want me to experience a real D&D experience that you will support it. I really appreciate that. Alright, so thank you so very much for that. Really looking forward to today's stream. Okay?
I don't like putting my problems on you, but you are the people who crowdfund me. You're my source of income. So I do have to kind of lean on you from time to time when fucked up stuff happens. That's his whole shtick, is that he's just constantly asking people for money. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Feel less. indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. That I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.